Hello and welcome back to the reading vlog. Please ignore the door. It's I'm sitting on the floor. It's just currently the most practical filming location. But yeah, it's already Tuesday evening. I'm starting the vlog really late. I'm adjusting my medication again. It's not going the greatest. So yeah, I'm really sorry. I have no footage of me reading this. I finished this today. And yeah, no footage of me reading this because I just didn't feel up to filming. And so yeah, I just read and yeah. I'm really sorry. But to be honest, it's not that interesting if I'm honest about this. This is the second in the Perry Rhodan collection books. I don't know if this is with older English as well, because obviously I'm not a native English speaker, which you can hear quite clearly, which I'm really sorry about, but yeah. I struggle with languages. I'm happy that I'm speaking English at like an understandable level at all, so yeah. But obviously this is a German series, but this is an older German series, so the collection itself is from 1979, but the books in here, or like the novels in here, are from, I think, the 60s. That might be the time when they were originally published. Yes, early 60s is when these stories were published or written. And it is a really stilted writing style. All of them are really like, sir, ma'am. You know, it's like a really formal writing style, which you don't see that much in modern German books. Not that I read a lot of German books, but you know, the ones that I've read, the more modern ones, aren't this stilted. And these read like, I don't know, a little bit like articles, like non-fiction articles, but it is fiction, so I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, sadly the book is really boring. Which, yeah, I gave it 2 stars. It feels like a filler, which is funny because obviously these are all like short stories that are then connected. They do tell one big story, but sometimes you really can realize that the chapters aren't like connected originally, but like stories in itself. And yeah, this really feels like filler for a lot of the time. Like you have the mutant corpse, or the mutant corpse, which is actually like kind of not an army because they aren't technically there only to fight, but they are all like people who mutated on Earth for some kind of a reason and got like telekinesis and telepathy and powers like that, and they kind of hire them to work for the third power. I think the third power would be the right translation for how they title their state, because Perry Rhodan made his own state. And so yeah, obviously they have to help Earth against alien invasions, and they go to Venus. But other than that, there's a lot of filler in here. A lot of like, oh, a new mutant here, a new mutant there, that they get together, and then they have these aliens that go into another person's body. But if they are too far away from their own body, and they get yeeted out of the person's body, they die. Or if the person dies and their body isn't there, they also die. And they do that so often, that stick, and they describe it really detailed, so often that it's like, why would you describe it so often? Obviously, because these were small increments that were published over a longer time, but when you put these all together, it reads like a lot of filler, to be honest. So yeah, I liked the first one. I'm not so interested in the second one, if I'm honest. But I finished it, which is a nice thing. So yeah, I'm probably gonna take another half year off of this series and then read the third one, because I don't know. I just don't feel like reading them a lot, because it's honestly really taxing to read these, because I don't enjoy the language in which it is written, because it's just way too formal for my taste, you know. But that means I finished the book today, and that makes me really happy. So let's talk about the next book I'm gonna start tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna start the next one tomorrow. So let's talk about that one. I'm a little bit in the mood for fantasy. So tomorrow I will start Winds of Fate by Mercedes Lackey. This is the first book in the Mage Winds series. So this is the cover. Absolutely like big fan of the covers. But yeah, you have, I don't know, I'm a sucker for these older fantasy covers, you know. I mean, I do love me the really nicely done hardcovers nowadays, but like paperbacks I feel like looked way better back then. Because this book is older, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if you can find out. Please tell me. Yeah, 1991 or 1992 is the first paperback printing. So yeah, it's from the 90s, actually 2 years before I was born. But yeah, so. But that is the next one I will read, and yeah, I have no idea what it's about, to be honest. I just bought a whole lot of like older fantasy books, and that one was in there. I own the complete trilogy, so if I really like this one, I can continue directly with the other ones in the series. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, and I will start that one tomorrow morning. And then I also, which is kind of funny, I started my plans for my 30th birthday today, which I turn 30 next year, but because it's a dream of mine, I think, I don't know, I know a lot of people who think it's kind of silly, but I love Disneyland. Obviously, I never was in America, so I don't know Disneyland and Disney World there, but I'm a sucker for Disneyland in Paris. I love that place, and I don't know, I visited 6-7 times, which is, it is expensive, you know, but yeah, I visited a few times with my family, and my dream was to be there on Halloween, or like around Halloween, because I'm a big Halloween fan. I'm a Halloween baby. But I was supposed to be born on the 31st of October, but they had to get me early, so I'm actually born on the 26th of October, but that means I have, like, you know, I love Halloween. And so my biggest dream was to actually celebrate my birthday at Disney. And so yeah, my partner and I, we have decided to next year on my birthday go to Disney, and we will book actually next week, you know, once money comes in. But yeah, then we will book our stay there for 5 days. I'm loving it, but you know, that means I have to start making plans now, because I do want to save a lot of money up for that trip, so I can buy myself all of the things that I want to buy there, because obviously I'm not a rich person. I live a good life, but I work hard for that, to be honest, and it wasn't always easy, especially the last couple of years. I mean, I suffered from the COVID problems and like some other problems, as well as a lot of other people. So I had to really be careful with my money over the last years. And so I'm really happy that I'm now in a position where I can say, like, yeah, I want to spend my 30th birthday in Disney. But yeah, that means we need to start planning now, which I'm so excited about, I have to say, even though it's still a year away. But I'm looking so forward to that. And to be honest, to have a partner who just does all of that with me, even though he's more like, yeah, we could do some vacations somewhere else, because we went to Disney last year, but I was like, please, for my 30s. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. But yeah, let me stop rambling now. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I needed something nice, you know, for like a few bad days, because I had some really bad days and Saturdays. So some nice news is actually kind of good. So yeah, I will now go up and do some more crocheting and do a little bit of video gaming. And then later on, I do have to do some cleanup here, because obviously the dog from our friends comes on Thursday. So we look after her for a week, and I don't want her to pick up anything, because our dog doesn't pick things up from the ground. He's trained for... we put a lot of time into his education, you know, but she is a lot younger, and she's a dachshund mix, like dachshund and basset hound mix, so she's really food motivated and she picks everything up. So yeah, I have to dog-proof our apartment pretty much. So yeah, I will do that in a minute. And then I also have to look for a new audiobook. I finished Over the Edge, great book about conspiracy theories, especially flat Earth, 4 stars, brilliant book. It looks like this. If you're interested in that, pick that up, but not much to tell about, to be honest. But yeah, that is my rather lengthy check-in for today, and I will see you tomorrow with a reading update. Okay, so I started with Winds of Fate today. This is really interesting. I haven't read like a really classical fantasy for quite some time now, and this really feels like a classic fantasy right now, with a lot of magic. Even though they don't really see it as magic, we have like different people from different parts of the world here, and some of them who wear completely white are like chosen ones who are supposed to, like, you know, be the righteous ones to rule their country, and they get chosen by white horses, which like a really interesting concept. But yeah, so we have those, and they actually also wear white to show their companionship to the horses. And then we have a different land who have like bonds with prey birds, prey birds pretty much. And they can talk to them in their mind, which in my opinion is magic, in their opinion isn't really that much magic, but yeah. They also have magic, but the one person we learned, which perspective we have so far, he doesn't want to use the magic because he thinks the magic is bad for some reason. I haven't found out really why yet. And then we have their cousins, who like live next to them, and they don't use magic. That is, as far as I know, the people that we know yet. And so yeah, most of what I've gotten so far is from the princess of the kingdom with the chosen ones, and she is one of those. And so she gets trained in like combat and all of that stuff. But she's also a princess, and she, from like her position, she's the one who would be the next heir to the king or the queen. I think her mother is a queen, but because her father tried to assassinate her and her mother, she's kind of like, you know, some people don't like her because she's bad blood, which is ironic because her mother then bonded with the brother of her father, so her uncle, and they have a kind of thing that is called life bond, which seems to be, I mean, just a bond of two people, and there seems to be happening something that they know they are bonded. And so the mother did with her uncle, and her father is dead because he tried to assassinate the queen. It's a really weird combination right now. But yeah, I'm 50 pages in, and it's a really interesting start. You know, we have a lot of like different stuff. Mind reading seems to be something that all of them can do, and shielding of the mind. But yeah, at some point there comes magic into here, and the interesting thing is the chosen ones, that country, they are against magic, and they are currently at war with a country that has magic, but I think from the description of the book that probably our main girl, the heiress to the queen, that she's probably maybe a mage. So she is a herald mage combination. Like, herald is what they call the chosen ones. And so yeah, she doesn't know that yet, but I think that is what the story is technically about. So I'm interested to see where this goes. But it is really interesting. It starts really good. The only thing, but that is something I have with a lot of fantasy, that the names they imagine for stuff are so hard to pronounce at times. Which probably is just a problem because I'm German, and they have obviously really different influences. So for me, names that have apostrophes, is that the right thing in the name, where you'll have like K apostrophe and then what is? Let me look that up here. K apostrophe. I don't know the word in English. I'm really sorry. And then Shayna, I'm gonna put it on the screen here so you know what I mean. I think it's pronounced Kshana, but I don't know. In German, we don't have names like that, so it's really disorienting for me because I just don't know how to pronounce it. I would love to know how to pronounce it, but I don't know. So I might have to look that up because there seems to be a lot of words like that in here, and it is kind of irritating to not know how to pronounce that. And I hate not knowing stuff like that, so I might have to look that up. But yeah, other than that, it's really interesting. I probably will continue tomorrow because I really don't feel well today. Yeah, getting adjusted to my medication again. It's an annoying process, but yeah. So I probably will go up either to bed and crochet a little bit or sit in front of my PC and crochet a little bit. One of the two I will do now. Yeah, because I hate it if I don't feel well, you know, I can't focus on reading. Especially when I'm in pain, it is annoying for me to read then. So I won't do that. But I'm interested in the book and it's starting really interesting, so I'm looking forward to continue with that tomorrow. And yeah, also the doggy is coming tomorrow, which we're looking after. So I might show you her tomorrow or like the day after. But yeah, and my groceries are supposed to come any time now. So yeah, hopefully everything's fine with those. But yeah, so I will chill now because I am just really out of it, you know. But yeah, I hope your week is going better than mine. Well, reading wise, it's going fine, except for the last book being bad. But yeah, life wise, it's going Hi, so I didn't check in with you yesterday. It's now Friday evening. I am so tired. Our friends dropped off their dog yesterday, and she has been a handful, to be honest. She has accidents all the time. Well, it's better than the last time we looked after her, but it's still there, and so it's really stressful. I think she has separation anxiety, but to be honest, I don't know. It's not my dog. I don't want to judge, but it's a lot to look after her, to be honest. So yeah, I didn't read anything at all yesterday, just because there just wasn't any time or capacity on my part, and I also can't really use my reading room while she's here because I really don't want her to have an accident on my carpet in there. So I just have the door closed, and because of her separation anxiety, I can't also go in there because she will then just cry and cry and cry, and yeah, it's just not nice, you know. So yeah, that is what it is at the moment. But I did then read one book today. Willst du hier hoch? Willst du hochkommen? So it's fine. Let me show you. This is the sweet little doggo that just really needs some new manners, you know. But yeah, she's a Basset Hound Dackel mix, or Dachshund, I think you call them. But yeah, so she's a mix of them both. She's really, really small. Well, she's like small in this way, but she's really, really long. And yeah, for the most part, she is really cute, but yeah, she has her problems, you know. But yeah, so I did read one book today. Technically, I'm still reading Winds of Fate, I think it is, but I just don't have the capacity for that right now because all of my head is going to this one to keep her occupied so she doesn't destroy our home. Well, she doesn't destroy anything. She's just, you know, picking everything up off the floor, and yeah, then she has an accident because she's so stressed out when somebody leaves the room and she can see them for long. So yeah, it's a little bit of a process here. But yeah, so I read Conan of the Isles. This is the German version. I got it secondhand. I really love the cover, to be honest. I think it's a great cover. Yeah. Yes, really. It's a book. But yeah, so I read that today, and I give that three stars. It's an entertaining novel, but nothing more, you know. But for me, a lot of the Conan novels are like that. I do love to read them for the entertainment because I love the fights, and it's just really, you know, a really brainless action movie in my opinion. So yeah, nothing better but nothing worse. This one is Conan finding Atlantis and fighting the priesthood that brings ruin over the whole world, you know. Oh, she's so cute. I mean, look at her. When you look at her, she's really cute, even though she has a really funny nose. I think she's not impressed with me talking, but you know, it is what it is. Let me put you back here. Yeah. But yeah, so at least I read something. So the next book I will read, because it's also easy and just entertainment, is another Conan novel. It's the second German one I own, and it's Conan the Buccaneer. I don't know if that's the right word in English, to be honest, but in German it's Buccaneer. These are from the same series, so yeah. I'm looking forward to, you know, a little bit more of like some brainless reading, if I'm honest. And also I just got the what is it called? I just got the notification that I can have one of the audiobooks I was on the waitlist for, and that is one of Kathy Reich's book from the Temperance Brennan series. I'm gonna put the title here because I don't remember it right now. But yeah, I got on the waiting list for one of those because my library only has one of those. So I have, well, in English at least. I don't know which part in the series it is, but I've read them like randomly, and it really doesn't matter in my opinion because I know a lot of the story already, so I don't mind. So yeah, I will start to listen to that probably tomorrow, because tonight I have a phone call I need to make, and yeah, I don't know, I probably won't have that much time. But yeah, so that is what it is right now. I don't know how good the check-ins will be, or like, you know, because I can't leave her alone for a lot of the time, and I really don't want to film with my partner sitting here, and if one of us leaves the room, she's crying, so I don't know, it's a little bit of a logistical nightmare right now. So yeah, I'm really sorry if the vlog is really choppy and short this week, but I can't change that. And probably next week as well, because my partner has vacation days next week, 3. So we see how that goes, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just really, really, really tired because I just didn't sleep at all, pretty much this night, because she was a little bit of a troublemaker tonight, and she just couldn't find a place to lay down and just sleep. So yeah, it is what it is, you know. Okay, hi. It's the next update from up here because obviously we still have the dog from our friends. I am so sorry for the footage of this vlog. I'm so tired. I'm not really doing much, filming much at all because I'm just so tired. Let me tell you, looking after a dog that isn't yours and isn't trained to a standard that you yourself uphold is really tiring. That's just how it is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that, you know, my dog is perfectly trained, but I do have a totally different standard. So yeah, everything you do with the dog of our friends, it's kind of tiring. So yeah, we're really tired here, and yeah, that is why I'm not really, you know, filming much, doing much of a check-in. I did finish a book. Obviously this is also a really, really short book, but I just don't have the headspace for anything else to read at the moment. So yeah, I'm really sorry. Probably next week will also be rather like a lot less reading than I had hoped for, but it happens, you know, life happens. Yeah, but that is Conan the Buccaneer. This is the second German Conan book I own, and this one, just as the one I read yesterday, is a 3-star novel. Here, like, a princess tries to escape because one of the well, her father is really, really sick, and she tries to, you know, make sure that her father gets better or that her kingdom is taken care of. And one of the guys who actually is supposed to work for her father captures her on her way to get help. and they go to this island that is pretty much like a forgotten island, and steal some treasure there, or they thought they'd stolen the correct treasure, but they didn't. And Conan is on their heels and trying to, he doesn't know the princess is on board of the ship, but the ship stole his treasure map to find the treasure, and so he wants the treasure map back, and then he finds the girl, and obviously, he wants to save the girl and get his treasure. And that is the story. It's a fun story. I gave it 3. I give all of these 3 stars because they are really entertaining, but they feel weird at times because obviously, they perpetuate a role model for women and men that is obviously really dated right now, but I do enjoy them for their adventure, for the fights, for just the fun of it. So yeah, 3 stars as well. So I've now read both of these. That means I've read all 4 Conan books that I own. I do definitely want to get a few more, or like get one of those if they exist, where you have like a lot of Conan stories in one book. But yeah, I'm happy that I've read these. To be honest, I don't think with these it matters in which language you read them. I've read 2 English ones, 2 German ones, and the translations really aren't that bad. So yeah, I think it's fine to read these. And then I also did start listening to the Kathy Rice book yesterday, but I have to say, I think I don't like listening to thrillers, which is really sad, but I have decided to give the audiobook back, so the next one can listen to it, because I don't enjoy it. I don't know why. For me, it just doesn't work. The narrator, it's a woman. I rarely mesh with women as narrators. I don't like how she talks, which, to be honest, can happen with every narrator. So yeah, it's not her fault, it's my fault for just not liking how she talks. So yeah, I give that back. So that means I don't have an audiobook I'm listening to right now, because yeah, I gave that back. So that is where I'm standing with that one. So yeah, I don't know what I will read next week. Probably, well, it might be a reread, because that's easier to do once the dog is here, and she's here till next Thursday, so that is quite some time now. But at least I'm glad I've finally read these 2, I can't complain about that. And then I went and got myself some more yarn today, which one of them is this really, really big yarn thing, which is connected to my current work in progress, which I will show you in a second, because I'm kind of like happy about it. It's not from a pattern, it's just something I'm making myself up from like watching different videos and how other people do it and stuff. But I also got some other really nice looking yarn, so let me show you that. I want to learn more, so I'm learning more about yarn thicknesses and stuff, and it seems like I only ever bought the same thickness of yarn. So that kind of like hinders what I can do, obviously. And so I went out to Woolworth, because that is simply the nearest shop where I can get yarn, because sadly where I live, they are redoing our mall, and yeah, there really aren't that many shops there. So, but yeah, so I have Woolworth. So what I did get is one of these. I don't know what they're called. I think yarn cakes. But yeah, so I have this one, which is black to white fade, like an ombre look. Don't know what I will make of it, but I like the look of it. And this is really, really thin yarn, and I don't own any thin yarn yet. So I think that will be a great opportunity to either make like a shrug or something different that is supposed to be done with thin yarn, And then I bought, also this is 50% cotton, which is nice. 50% cotton and 50% acrylic, which I think this will feel really nice. I don't think I can really do 100% wool or anything like that. I have really, really sensitive skin. I have some skin issues, like actual skin illnesses that make it hard for me to wear certain type of fabric on me. So I do, even though I know that it's not the best, I do prefer acrylic clothing, or like not natural clothing fibers, which I know isn't the best for one, but for me they often feel better on my skin. And then I have this one, which is kind of an experimentation because these aren't the colors that I would normally do, and to be honest, on camera it looks like the same color, but it's like a really grayish purple, pink, and yeah, just like a grayish color. I don't know. Let me see if I can get you a better look at this. There you can see that it's different colors, you know? And it's like really grayish. And this one is also a thinner yarn, but a little bit thicker than this one. And this is 70% wool and, 75% wool and 25% acrylic. So, yeah, I thought I'd try this. I bought 2 of these, don't know what I will make of it, but I thought I'd just try it. The colors were really like not a lot of different colors because it's not a yarn store. Obviously, it's like a general cheaper store, you know. I mean, you probably know what Woolworth is. So yeah, I didn't really have the biggest selection there. But to be honest, I'm still learning, so I'm trying to not think that everything I make needs to have a purpose for myself. I can gift things to other people who maybe enjoy these colors more. So yeah, we'll see what I may make up out of it. But yeah, that is the other one I bought. And then obviously I bought the big one. And let me show you what I'm making. I can put it on because I put it together so that I can see how far I've gotten. Okay, yeah, so it's a little bit harder to show you, but I'm currently making like a cardigan in this really, really nice purple color. And then, because I didn't have enough of the purple, I thought I'd do black on the ends here, and then there will be like some ribbing on the bottom and right here to, yeah, also in black to, you know, make it like a really nice fitting cardigan. But I like the color, and this is how far I've come. So obviously I have a lot to do still. But I love the look of the color. Obviously it's really fitting with my hair. And yeah, I'm doing this without like a pattern, which is why I need to like try it on every now and then just to see how good it's fitting. So yeah, that is what I'm doing currently because I don't really have the head for anything else, and this is rather not like mindless, but it's something I don't have to focus on completely. So yeah, I'm watching videos, playing some video games, and I'm crocheting because I like to do that, and it's really, really enjoyable time filler, and I have something I can wear at the end of that, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, that is the last check-in for this vlog. I hope you still enjoyed the vlog, even though it was a little bit more chaotic and not how I thought I would be able to do the vlog, but you know, it happens. But yeah, thank you for watching, you know, and hopefully I will see you in the next vlog. Bye bye!